Let's look at Jeremiah 25th chapter and 6th verse. Most High told us, said, "Go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt." So, like I say, when you're looking at Christmas, it's dealing with the worship of the heathen's gods. We're looking at that tree that represents an idol, spiritual fornication. You worshiping that tree. Even though you say you're not, you are, because of the fact of what it stood for and what it stands for unto this day. Nimrod was set up as a god when he died. His wife's mother, Semiramis, set him up, said, "Hey, the spirit is in that tree. You don't bring gold and gifts and so forth, put under the tree, Nimrod gonna kill you." That's why the Most High told us in Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, that they can't speak, they gotta be carried. The trees, he's saying. People was all superstitious thinking that this tree was a god until this day. The pagans, they know this. We don't know it because we destroy it for lack of knowledge. But now you know. It says, verse 7, "Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, said the Most High, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt." By the works of your hands and bringing that tree into your house and doing the things that you're doing, getting drunk and falling on the tree, trees catching on fire, all these things to your hurt. You know, spending all your money, you're hurt afterward, crying the blues, you're broke for one day. And it's dealing with paganism, not dealing with the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. Mashiach Yahushua was born in the springtime. I'll ask you again, what have you done for Mashiach Yahushua on your 12th month, the 25th day? What are you doing for him? What you buy him? Nothing. You sing psalms, I say, he don't want to hear your songs. You don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Point blank. Because it's all pagan. It has nothing to do with him. It's against him. Jeremiah 26, and verse 2. Jeremiah 26 and 2. "Thus said the Most High, stand in the court of the Most High's house, and speak unto all the cities of Judah, which come to worship in the Most High's house, all the words that I command thee to speak unto them. Diminish not a word." So don't diminish a word. "If so be they will hearken, if so be they will listen, and turn every man from his evil way, that I may repent me of the evil, which I purpose to do unto them because of the evil of their doings." What's that say? Hey, turn away from following Christmas, that he may turn away from doing the evil that he planned on doing to you for your doings, breaking his laws. "And thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Most High, if ye will not hearken to me, to walk in my law, which I have set before you, to hearken to the words of my servants, the prophets, whom I sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, then will I make this house like Shiloh, and will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth." They see it, they're going to say, "Wow, what happened to this city?" The Most High put his hand upon it. So the priests and the prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of the Most High. They heard him speaking these words. "Now it came to pass, when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that the Most High had commanded him to speak unto all the people, that the priests and the prophets of all the people took him, saying, Thou shalt surely die." We said this to them, the words of the Most High. Then they want to kill the messengers. It's like a lot of y'all want to destroy us, the messengers of the Most High, to bring the word in these last days. But the Most High have his hand in that. So why hast thou prophesied in Yahweh Ba'Shalom Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the Lord and Savior, to the glory of the Most High, saying, this house shall be like Shiloh, and this city shall be desolate without an inhabitant. And all the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of the Most High. He was all by himself, standing alone. All the people against him. So yeah, this part of wicked Israelites, what they'll do. When the princes of Judah heard these things, then they came up from the king's house unto the house of the Most High and sat down in the entry of the new gate of the Most High's house. Then spake the priests and the prophets unto the princes and to all the people, saying, This man is worthy to die, for he hath prophesied against this city, as ye have heard with your ears. Then spake Jeremiah unto all the princes and to all the people, saying, just a moment. I want to make sure that the people on the conference call can hear also. So, as we can see, Jeremiah 26 and 11, it says, Then spake the priests and the prophets unto the princes and to all the people, saying, This man is worthy to die. Talking about Jeremiah. For he hath prophesied against this city, as ye have heard with your ears. So you heard him prophesying against the city. You heard with your own ears. Then spake Jeremiah unto the princes and to all the people, saying, The Most High sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city all the words that ye have heard. Therefore now, amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of the Most High your power. And the Most High will repent him of the evil that he hath pronounced against you. This is no different than what we're dealing with now. And people following the ways of the heathen and following these pagan customs of Christmas and so forth, and the Most High gonna get you. As for me, behold, I am in your hand. Do with me as seemeth good and meet unto you. But know ye for certain, say, do whatever you're going to do to me. But know this for certain, that if ye put me to death, ye shall surely bring innocent blood upon yourselves, and upon this city, and upon the inhabitants thereof. For truth, the Most High have sent me unto you to speak all these words in your ears. Just like the Most High have we the brothers that are teaching the truth in sincerity in these last days, bringing this truth to you, to hear his word, whether you hear or forbear. It's very important that you see this. Proverbs 28 and 14. Proverbs 28 and 14. Proverbs 28 and 14. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. See? Happy is the man that feareth the Most High and keep his laws always. You see? But he that hardeneth his heart, you harden your mind, you shall fall into mischief. You're going to fall into mischief. And it's out there for you. It's set up for you. The fall. Psalms 51 and 17. No, go to Proverbs 1 and 7, since we're in Proverbs. Go to Proverbs 1 and 7, since it says, happy is the man that feareth always. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. A fool, they hate wisdom. You hate the proper application of knowledge. That's wisdom. And you hate to be told what to do. You're a fool. So you have the Bible say, hey, show me what the Most High feels about whatever how you feel and what you're doing and where your actions are. They look stupid. Say, I can't because I don't know. So what are you doing? Your pride is overshadowing the pride of how you should be boasting on the Most High and knowing what He would have you to do, rather than not knowing and then have your pride oversee your destruction. Come on, that's what's coming. Most High, pride is hateful before man and the Most High, it says. And by it, one departed from the Most High. You departed from the Most High. The Most High wants you to be humble. He wants you to have a humble and broken and contrite spirit before Him. But when you open up this Bible, you talk to those that are renowned in this word, and you have those that are rebellious. The Most High going to deal with you. Amos 9:4. Amos 9:4. Amos, the 9th chapter, the 4th verse. Amos 9:4. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil, and not for good. You hear that? Read it again. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, though we go into captivity before our enemies, then will I command the sword. Most I say you're going to command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil, and not for good. You ready for that? He said he's going to set his eyes upon you for evil and not for good. Why? Because you're breaking his commandments. You hurt his feelings. See, when you hurt the feelings of the Most High, that's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Y'all better recognize Jeremiah 42:15. Jeremiah 42:15. Jeremiah 42:15. And now therefore hear the word of the Most High, ye remnant of Judah, said the Most High power of hosts, the power of Israel, if ye wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt, and go to sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, in our captives' land, and the famine whereof ye were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there ye shall die. What the Most High said? So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there, and to follow the ways of our captives. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, the food shortage, and by the pestilence, diseases. And none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. See? You can't escape from the evil that the Most High said He's going to bring upon us. Now, verse 22. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, in the place whither ye desire to go and to sojourn. You love America, you love our captive state, say you're going to die without the knowledge of who you are. The knowledge of we got a kingdom prepared for us, waiting on us to get ourselves together in the righteousness of the Most High, following His law, statutes, commandments, and having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. They can sit on Mashiach Yahushua, tell the Mashiach Yahushua to rise and sit on the right hand side of the Most High. Rise, son. Go judge and make war. It's in the Most High's hand. He's the one going to determine when. But do we deserve it yet? You know, look at Christmas. Christmas was an evil celebration, forbidden. It was forbidden in many lands. You understand? It was forbidden in many lands. Many countries didn't allow Christmas to be celebrated because it's dealing with a lot of debauchery and drunkenness and, you know, like I say, all the things that was contrary to the laws of the Most High, because they were trying to be so-called Christians. You understand? But you look at, I think Alabama was the first state in America to legalize Christmas. That was in approximately 1836. We was enslaved then. You see? In Louisiana and Arkansas, they okayed it in 1838. And then it was a national holiday, a holiday I might say, in approximately 1870, somewhere around there. So, Jeremiah 6 and 16. Jeremiah 6:16. Thus said the Most High, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. See, you gotta look for the old paths. Our past as the Israelites, our forefathers. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. We ain't gonna follow what it was that worked for our ancestors. Therefore, we're in the condition we're in now. Because the majority, 2/3 of our people said this and still say this. Only 1/3 is coming back to the Most High, where He's gonna redeem the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Jeremiah 7 and 17. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood and the fathers kindle the fire and the women knit their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven. We went over this once before. We're going over it again because the Spirit dictated it. Making cakes during this time. You making them, you baking, you making sure you get all your baking stuff, you baking to the Queen of Heaven. That's why it says, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now that you know, you shouldn't be doing it. The women knit their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. See? Do they provoke me to anger, said the Most High? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Yeah. Following the Gentiles, following the heathens. Don't know who you are. And find out you're an Israelite, still want to be a Gentile. Sad. But that's our people. Verse 20. Therefore, thus said the Most High Power, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man, and upon beasts, and upon the trees of the field. Yeah, the trees of the field, because what y'all doing? Y'all taking them trees and making them idols. And upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched. So you're going to burn it up and it ain't never going to be quenched. Oh, yeah. You know, Nimrod, it all going back to Nimrod. Nimrod, they use the name Horus. Semiramis, his mother/wife. They use Isis. These names have changed, like we reading. And the Queen of Heaven, she's the Queen of Heaven. She's Diana in the New Testament and so forth. All these things are names that she would be called, whereas he's called many more names than that. The Christmas tree lights, they light up, represent Satan, man. 2 Corinthians 11. What did he say? What did he say? 2 Corinthians 11, 14 and 15. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So what's in that tree? Satan. So he done transform himself as an angel of light. That's why I put them lights around it, making so them lights be shining. It's an idol. It's contrary to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. It's contrary to what Mashiach Yahushua, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. You have faith in this Christmas tree. So they decorate, they put the lights on all around their house. Satan appears as an angel of light. So they put that light around their houses, bring that vibration of Satan there. It don't matter if you know or not. You're still doing what the pagans are doing. You following suit with them. Verse 15, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. And you preachers, it tells you in verse 13, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, lying workers. What is the devil doing? He deceived the whole world. So these preachers and the ones that's following, how you have a Christmas tree up in the church and you say you believe in the Most High, you believe in God or whatever it is that you believe in, supposed to be the Most High, and you got Christmas trees up in the church, all decorated like you said, don't do. Yet still you say you're following the Most High's word. No. That's why it says, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, lying workers, that transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. Mashiach Yahushua, show me where Mashiach Yahushua had a Christmas tree. Told the apostles, go get a Christmas tree and cut it down and decorate it for Christmas. Where is that in the Bible? You'll see where he told them to go and prepare the Passover. And he followed the holy convocations that we follow as the children of Israel, else he would have been sinning. He followed what it is that we're supposed to follow. He didn't go off like people are going off today. Shame, you see? And he wasn't born in no dead of winter. Let's look, I told you how it snows over there in Israel. Let's look at another aspect of what happens in Israel in Ezra. Go to the book of Ezra 10 and 9. To show you wasn't no shepherds out there in no field watching no sheep during these conditions, as it says how it is in Israel. Go to the book of Ezra 10 and 9. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together into Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, which is the month Caslu, like we're in now. It's not no 12th month according to the Bible. It's the 9th month, Caslu. On the 20th day of the month, and all the people sat in the street of the house of the Most High, trembling. Trembling. Why? Because of this matter and for the great rain. It's cold and it's raining in Israel. It was cold and it's raining. Look at another one we can add is Song of Solomon 2 and 11. Song of Solomon 2 and 11. To show you that they're teaching falsehoods. Song of Solomon 2 and 11. For lo, the winter is past. The rain is over and gone. See? It's cold and it rains and it snows in Israel. You say there was trembling. You trembling, you cold. You ain't trembling because you hot. You trembling because you cold. It's raining. Nobody standing out watching those sheep in the rain and it's cold. It make no sense. See? They got the mistletoe. How about that mistletoe? Anyone come under it, you can kiss them. That was something that they had. Then the pagans had it. Any woman, you could do whatever you want to do. Catch them under that mistletoe and do whatever you want to do to them. That comes from the Druids. The ones, that same ones that started this Halloween thing, you see? They would give them candies. They started giving them candy. You know, bringing in their traditions. Giving the children candy. So they say, it's for the children, it's for the kids. So they go get candy and all that stuff on Christmas to bring the paganism into the so-called Christian type of mindset. That's why you look at everything's been changed to represent the pagans, and they laughing at you as you doing whatever they doing and worshiping their gods on another level. And you think you worshiping the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? I don't think so. Nope. I mean, business is making more than half the money they can make in a whole year just for Christmas. They make a lot of money for this one pagan holiday. See? And all the things you're looking at, a lot of they're worshiping, it's about fertility. It's the fertility god. You know, that's why the Christmas tree represents the scrotum of Nimrod. That's why it's shaped like it is, like an uncircumcised penis. That's what it is. Because Nimrod was chopped up. They killed him and chopped him up. She got all the body parts stuff for his penis. That's why they got that phallic symbol representing Nimrod to this day. You see, and they set him up as a god. So all these things are pagan. You see it right there in Washington, D.C. Sitting right there, because America set up around Egypt and Babylon. Matter of fact, Esau's called the daughter of Babylon. We look at that in Psalms 137. Psalm 137 and 7. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Because when we went into captivity for 70 years under the Babylonians, the Edomites, they burned down our temples and so forth. Who do they call Edom? Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon. See? Who ought to be destroyed. That's when you see in Revelations, because it say Babylon the Great, representing the last kingdom that will be ruling on the earth under the Edomites. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall it be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. See? That's the judgment. So the Most High going to be happy to serve them as they have served us. So when you look at Christmas, brothers and sisters, you have to look at doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High, or else you're going to have to deal with the judgment of Hamashiach Yahushua and the power of the Most High when he comes to judge and make war. Or before that. Take you out before that, then you got to deal with the judgment. Period. That's why we look at Zephaniah 2 and 1. Say, gather yourselves together. Yeah. Gather together, O nation not desire, but you got to gather ourselves together in righteousness. Before the decree bring forth, before this judgment come. Let the Most High bring the judgment upon you. Before the day pass as the shadow, before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you. Hear that? Before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you. Before the day of the Most High's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Most High, all ye meek of the earth, and we the meek of the earth, children of Israel, which have wrought his judgment. We the only ones that have been judged by the Most High. When you read Psalms 148, 19 and 20. Seek righteousness. Seek the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, his rules and regulations. Having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. Seek righteousness. Seek meekness. Seek humility with a broken and contrite spirit before the Most High. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Most High's anger. Hear that? You may be hid in the day of the Most High and of Mashiach Yahushua's anger when he come to judge and make war. And you'll be killing people that have transgressed his law, statutes, commandments. There ain't gonna be no excuse. See? Look at Hosea 4 and 1. Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Most High, you children of Israel. For the Most High hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth. Most High got a controversy with those that live in this land, wherever we are as Israelites, because there is no truth. What is the truth? Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So the laws of the Most High is the truth. He said he got a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, the people of the land, because there's no truth. They're not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. They're not set up to keep the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, but contrary-wise, that's why he called it spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt. Nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. See, by swearing, all these things they do on Christmas, by swearing and lying and killing. Yeah, they sacrificing people. They call it humanite sacrifice. Killing, murdering people and stealing stuff. People stealing like crazy just to get presents for this holiday, Christmas. And committing adultery. Women going out there against their husband, having sex with other men. And men having sex with married women. That's adultery. in this time, on Christmas, around the Christmas season, what they call the holidays. Ain't nothing but holidays, because that's all it is. And those that are, he already said, he's going to get you. They break out and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven. Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. That's famine. Straight up. Say, yet let no man strive, nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Go against the word of the Most High that the priest bringeth. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. Woo. You better understand this. Remember what the women were doing? Baking cakes, the queen of heaven, and saying, we don't care what you say, Jeremiah, we're going to do what we want to do, because since we stopped following the queen of heaven, we ain't had it large and in charge as we were. He said, going to kill your mother. So you're going to kill them in the day and the night. That's why verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Remember, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. But fools hate knowledge and instruction. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. And you heard it. You know, I basically dealt with scriptures on this topic. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, the fear of the Most High, his laws, statutes, commandments, what's right according to what he says and what he has proclaimed in the word of the Most High, I will also reject thee. So you're going to be a bunch of rejects. He said, I'm going to reject you. That thou shalt be no priest to me. You ain't going to be able to bring forth the word to the Most High, of the Most High, to no one. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. He said, you're also going to forget the children, because we have forgotten the law of the Most High. You think it's not important? You listen to these pork chopping preachers if you want to, telling you ain't under the law of the Most High. They're telling you that you don't have to follow the Most High. Those are his laws. Those are his feast days. Those are his commandments. You see, you want long life, you want to live in peace, you got to do what he said do. Or else you're going to bring forth the evil. That's why he created the evil, for those that transgress his law. Those that are doing wicked things, iniquity. You see, as they were increased, verse 7, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. That's our women. Why you say you're going to kill your mother? That's our women. The women are our glory, men. And they're very shameful right now. You know, that's why Prakatha Banawa Yahweh for a virtuous woman. In these last days. You see, our people are dealing with too many things that take us off the path of righteousness. Look at I want to just go over, let you know that the holy days of the Most High, you can go to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and the days that we set up, because some things we set up ourselves in 1 Maccabees, the 4th chapter, in the Apocrypha, days of our victory over our enemies, just like 4th of July. Y'all know about that. You have celebrated that. So this is days that we can honor the Most High for allowing us to get the victory over our enemies in 1 Maccabees, the 4th chapter. And you read the book of Esther, the 9th chapter, you'll see that we got the victory of our enemies there. Where we said we're going to celebrate these days as they celebrate 4th of July for the victory over the British. July 4th, 1776. So we have certain days, and we have the feast days, and like I said in Leviticus 23rd chapter, and we have the days in First Maccabees, 4th chapter, where we determined that we would honor this day for, getting the temple back. And in Esther, the 9th chapter, they're going to wipe us out. Edomites going to wipe us out again. Remember, Esau said, I'm going to kill my brother Jacob once we bury our father Isaac. Most I said in Ezekiel 35:5, they have a perpetual hatred, and I've shed the blood of the children of Israel when the time of their calamity had an end. So, paraphrasing, so this is what's going on. But our people don't know this, so you just going about your life and you're going to be put to death by the Most High. He said, I'll kill, I'll make alive, because you refuse to come back to him and follow his laws, statutes, commandments. Or he'll have you sick for suffering for a year in, a year out, then take you out. That's why the Most High ain't no joke. He said, I'm wounded and I heal too. And there's nobody can take you out of the Most High's hand once he got you. That's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So, concerning January, or the Esau's 1 and 1, first month of the year, the first day being the new year, is that biblical, or is that something that they made up? The dead of winter being the new year. The new year is in the springtime. Let's read Exodus, the 20th chapter, the first and second verse, because a lot of people don't realize how they set their beliefs into believing lies, and a lot of this is pagan, coming from pagan idols. Most High said, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, Exodus 20:1, I am the Most High thy power, which is your power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So the Most High brought all 12 tribes out of the Egyptian captivity, in captivity under the Hamites, the Egyptians, to be precise. Exodus 13:3. Exodus 13:3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Another verse that proved that Egypt means captivity, slavery, and bondage. For by strength of hand the Most High brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. So we couldn't eat leavened bread. I mean, bread that you allow the yeast to get in and then rise, bread rise, that was flat, like flat bread. It says, this day came ye out in the month of Abib, which is between March and April. So you know the 3rd month to the 4th month of Esau's way of counting the months. The springtime. Even he say spring is in the 3rd to the 4th month. I believe it's in the 3rd month, the 21st day. So look at Deuteronomy, the 16th chapter. So far we see that 1/1/2018 is not the new year. In the dead of winter, come on, new year, new beginnings. The plants start to come back. The bears come out of hibernation. The birds fly back from the south to the north. I mean, everything become anew. Deuteronomy 16:1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Most High thy power. For in the month of Abib, the Most High thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. See? That's the first of the month. The springtime. And that's when the Mashiach Yahushua was born. In the springtime. See, but most Christians that go against Christmas being the time of his birth say he was born in the 9th month of Esau. And that's not right. He was born, as I showed you in previous lessons, when he became 12 years old at that time. When means at that time. At the precise time when he turned 12, they went to the Passover. See? So he was born around that time. So it's a lot of lies that's been taught. And hopefully, you know, Scripture tell you that ye are forgers of lies in Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, Job 13:4. Ye are all physicians of no value. See, they don't lie. A bunch of lies been told. So I hope that was edifying concerning the wickedness that our people are doing and following Christmas. And with that, I say shalom. And if you would like to send any donations, you can send it to P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. That's P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. Or you can download the app Zelle, Z-E-L-L-E. Once again, that's the app Zelle, Z-E-L-L-E, and put in the phone number 562-788-1044. It'd be very much appreciated. We can continue this work and go deeper into what we got to deal with, reaching our people and bringing them to the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, the law, statutes, commandments, and having the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua and prepare ourselves for the kingdom that's already prepared for us. Hallelujah. And I'm out. Shalom.